In the scriptures, we read from the book of Genesis to Revelation. In the book of Genesis, we read about the story of creation, the narrative of how Elohim created the heavens and the earth, including a detailed account of the 6 days of creation and the seventh day of rest. The fall, the story of Adam and Eve and their disobedience leading to the fall of mankind. The flood, the account of Noah and the great flood that cleansed the earth. The patriarchs, the lives of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, including their covenant with Elohim, and the beginnings of the 12 tribes of Israel. The book of Exodus, deliverance, the story of Moses and the liberation of the Israelites from Egypt. The law, giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, including the 10 Commandments. The wilderness, the journey of the Israelites through the wilderness and their experiences. The book of Leviticus, laws and rituals, detailed instructions on sacrifices, offerings, and the priesthood. Holiness Code, guidelines for living a holy life, including moral and ethical instructions. The book of Numbers is a census and organization, the numbering of the Israelites and their organization for travel. Wilderness wanderings, various events and challenges faced by the Israelites during their 40-year journey. Deuteronomy, Moses' speeches, final speeches and instructions from Moshe before the Israelites enter the Promised Land. Covenant renewal, a restatement of the Torah and the covenant between Elohim and Israel. Historical books, Joshua to Esther. Conquest and settlement, the conquest of Canaan under Joshua and the settlement of the tribes. Judges and Kings, the period of the judges, the establishment of monarchy, and the reigns of Saul, David, and Solomon. Exile and return, the division of the kingdom and exile to Babylon, or Babel, and the return of Jerusalem, under leaders like Ezra and Nehemiah. Wisdom literature, the book of Job's to Song of Songs. Poetry and wisdom, books like Psalms, Proverbs, and Ecclesiastes provide wisdom, poetry, and reflection on life and faith. The prophets, prophetic messages, the messages of the major and minor prophets, calling Israel to repentance, foretelling future events, and providing hope for restoration. The New Testament, Matthew to Revelation. The Gospels, the life, ministry, death, and resurrection of Yahushua, as told in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Acts, the early history of the Messianic assembly, or the church, and the spread of the good news. Epistles, letters from Paul and the other apostles providing instruction, encouragement, and doctrine for believers. Revelation, the prophetic vision given to John about the end times and the return of Yahushua and the final establishment of Elohim's kingdom. This translation, the Scriptures 2009, emphasizes the restoration of the original Hebrew names and terms, aiming to bring readers closer to the original text and their meanings. Enjoy your journey through these sacred texts as I guide you along.